What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about why narcissistic people, toxic people, do not get better as they get older. You get a whole bunch of old-ass, malignant, terrible narcissistic people out here. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. So this person is asking, do narcissists get angrier as they get older? And of course, if you're new here, I have narcissistic personality disorder. I don't know about angrier per se, but narcissistic people, toxic people, do not get better as they age. I know a lot of people say with age comes maturity and wisdom and things like that. No, not necessarily. Some narcissistic people get over because they're more conventionally attractive than other people. And so as they age, and they feel like they lose that attractiveness, they're going to take it out on the people closest to them, their wives, their husbands, their kids, and things like that. They're going to blame you for them recessing in life, for their just natural life recession of getting older and things like that. And as they get older, if they don't hit these certain goals, if they don't hit these certain milestones and things in life, they'll blame you for that as well. So the longer you stay with them and they're not hitting their goals, they're not, achieving their dreams and things like that, they'll blame the people closest to them for holding them back. And they will treat them terribly. That's why you get a lot of narcissistic grandmas and grandpas out here, y'all. Hope this helps. So welcome back, beautiful people. Like I said before, y'all, narcissistic people, toxic people tend to not get better with age. They just don't. I get a lot of people that I talk to over Zoom and things like that think they just hope and pray. It's just like, you know what? With age comes maturity. With age comes responsibility. With age comes with people accepting accountability for their actions. No, the hell it do not, y'all. So if you're dealing with a narcissistic people, toxic people, do not get better with age. If anything, I'm not saying that they get angrier or they get mad. They get worse, y'all. Because a lot of times, the older a narcissist gets, the more things they lose. The more attributes that they lose. Let's say you got a younger, handsome, or beautiful, a conventionally attractive person that is a narcissist. The older they get, those looks are going to fade. So they can't get people with their looks anymore like they used to. If you have a person that's out here that's 75, 65, 70 years old, they're not going to look like they did when they were 25, 30 years old, 40 years old. You know what I mean? So their looks have faded. So they start to blame their world. They're going to start to blame the world and take that anger with their looks fading, their anger for their looks fading, out on people closest to them. So if you happen to marry that conventionally attractive narcissist when they were younger, they'll blame you for wasting their youth. They'll legitimately look at you directly into your face and tell you that they wasted their youth on you. You know what I mean? Now they have to sit here and be unhappy for the rest of their lives with your ass. They'll do that, y'all. They will absolutely 100% do that to you and have you thinking it's your fault for them getting older. Like you've gotten older with them. But like I said, I just feel like a lot of narcissistic people have multiple midlife crises. Like me, myself, y'all, I told you I'm diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. And one of my biggest fears is getting older and not looking like maybe the way I look right now. You know what I mean? I won't look the way I look right now when I'm 70 years old. I used to actually put a countdown clock on myself when I was in my late 20s. I used to look at myself in the mirror and see like little pimples and things like that. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm only going to look like this for the next 5 years. I'm only going to look like this for the next 6 years. I only got 2 more years of looking like this. I remember telling because I thought I was going to start going downhill at 32 or 33 years old. I'm about to be 37 on July 14th. But I was just like, it's weird how my mind works. I used to get mad and upset. Like, I'm not going to look the way I look right now. So I need to make more money. I need to make money to get people. You know what I mean? So like when my looks fade, I'll have money, and that money can keep people around me. But money brings disingenuous people around you, people who only want you for that. You know what I mean? Typically, that's how it goes right there. A lot of narcissistic people, the overt ones, will use money to get people. But I like to have genuine people around me as a narcissist. So I know, look, that's a whole different video, y'all. Sorry. But I don't want to have to use money to get people into my life. I like to use, the way I look, the way I act, the way I talk, my humor to get people. And that's the way a lot of narcissistic people will do. But when they get older, I'm telling you, the older they get, the worse they tend to get. You still get, you'll have a 70-year-old that acts like they're 15, 14 years old. They play the same games, but they're older, so you don't expect them to play games. And they always typically send the team to narcissistic robot, slowing down and resetting. Power back up. So yeah. And the older ones typically go for, not always, but they typically go for younger people because they feel like younger people are easier to manipulate, and the younger people will play more games, will allow them to play games with them. And they can use the age as an excuse, like, you're too young, you don't understand this right here. Yeah, narcissists are mad at the world. Yeah, narcissistic people get mad at the world. Every year that goes by and the narcissist feels like they're getting older, gray hairs, anything that signifies that they're getting older, they're going to get angry. You done put on some weight. You got a beer belly right now. You used to be trim and fit. Like, I can't keep the weight off because I'm older now. You know what I mean? They'll get mad at the people closest to them. They'll blame you for their diet and things like that. So this is me telling you that don't hold on to hope that this person that you're dealing with right now, that might be 45 years old right now, maybe when they're 70, they'll slow down. No, they 75-year-old ass will be in a wheelchair manipulating people. They'll be in a damn hover around. They'll be in a hover around one of those little motorized wheelchairs, hoovering people in the old folks' home, manipulating people in the old folks' home, gaslighting people in at the rec center, or Parcheesi night, or Scrabble night, or some shit like that. They'll go, y'all. They do not get better. They get worse. They carry that vitriol, that anger, that hatred they have for themselves, and it gets worse as we get older, y'all, because it doesn't go anywhere. Where does it go? If we don't work on ourselves in our youth, how the hell do you expect somebody to work on themselves when they get older? If anything, when you're 60, 70 years old, you're more set in your ways and be more resistant to change than anything. Absolutely. So again, y'all, don't hold on to hope that person that's treating you terribly in their 20s and then treating you terrible in their 30s and then treating you worse in their 40s and then absolutely being, evil to you in their 50s. Don't think that person is going to get better. Look, y'all, I've got people waking up that have been married for 40 years and getting divorced because these people haven't changed. Y'all, 40 years. I'm 37 years old, about to be 37 years old, so I feel like I've lived a long, happy life right now, y'all. I've a happy life. I've lived a long, good life so far. And people have been married 3 years longer than I've been alive, and they're getting divorced right now because they're unhappy. They would rather, a lot of people, survivors and victims and whatnot, would rather live the rest of their lives in happiness and being by themselves than getting treated terribly by a toxic, narcissistic person. They're probably, is itching for them to die so they can get some sympathy. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm just telling you, people are taking their power back more times than not right now. This day and age, people are taking their power back, and it's so glorious to see. I love it. I love to see it. You know what I mean? So yeah, most narcissistic people are not going to get better age. They're going to get worse. They're going to take their anger, frustrations, and things, especially if they are not where they want to be in life, if they're old, unattractive now, and they don't have money. Oh, dear Lord. And they have no way of being around people. Oh, dear Lord. And their body is breaking down. Oh, dear Lord. And they got some injuries and things like that they can't. Oh, my goodness, y'all. That husband or wife that's dealing with that narcissist is going to be in for it. Those kids of that narcissist are going to be in for it. Those grandkids of that narcissist are going to be in for it. They're going to be mad at hell. They're going to be mad at people that are younger than them just for being younger than them. They'll be jealous of you because you're younger than them now. I'm just telling you, don't hold out hope that these people are going to get better when they get older, because it doesn't work that way. It just absolutely doesn't. You know what I mean? So many people hold out hope and fight and wish and pray that this person is going to change and they're going to have the best lives with it. No, absolutely not. So as I tell people more nowadays, more times than not right now, that you are in the control of your own destiny. You are in control of your own journey, and you have to be. You absolutely have to be, y'all. Don't hold out hope for the person to get better, because like I said, if they haven't achieved their goals and dreams, they're going to blame the people closest to them. So if you're close to an aging, and y'all know this, because these aging narcissistic people are still going to be toxic in their old age, and they take it out on their kids and grandkids. Y'all see it. Some of us right now have toxic ass grandmas and grandpas. We know that they exist. They're out here treating people terribly. You know what I mean? And they don't get better with age. They'll play games and games and games until you leave them alone. Like they don't get better with age. They might get better at manipulating people, and they might get better at using what they have around, using their resources that they do have to get people around them. So anyways, y'all, let me hop off this thing real quick. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all, because you know what? As much as y'all learn from me, I promise y'all I'll learn even more from you. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and as always, mental illness is out. Peace.